Today we're watching an incredible woodworking process, where a skilled craftsman turns a simple raw log into a beautiful, fully finished wooden mirror frame entirely by hand, using traditional lathe techniques. The video opens with the craftsman sitting outdoors among freshly cut wood, holding up two decorative maroon frame pieces as an early reference for the shapes he'll be creating. He then picks up a finished sample, a small oval mirror set in a polished maroon wooden frame, studying its design closely before starting his own version. He also shows us a larger reference piece, a full standing dressing table mirror with a swivel frame and base propped up on a wooden stump, giving a clear idea of the final style he's aiming to recreate. Picking up a knife, he begins shaping a fresh block of wood by hand, chipping away the bark and rough edges while seated on the ground, surrounded by wood shavings and offcuts. He works steadily, cutting the block down into a clean, round disc shape and stripping off the remaining bark until the wood underneath is smooth and pale. With the disc prepared, he carries it into his small workshop and mounts it onto the wood lathe, securing it flat like a faceplate. As the machine spins the disc rapidly, he brings his long cutting tool to the edge, and thick shavings begin flying off in every direction. The rough disc quickly rounds out into a clean, even circle with smooth edges. He continues refining the front face, cutting a wide, shallow depression into the center of the disc, hollowing it out step by step to create the recessed area where the mirror glass will eventually sit. As he works, several fine concentric ring grooves appear across the surface, giving the frame a layered, decorative look. Once the recess and detailing are complete, he removes the disc from the lathe and checks it by hand, holding it up to inspect the smooth, rounded frame and its finished front face. Next comes assembly. A round mirror glass, still with its blue protective film on one side, is glued and pressed firmly into the carved recess. He presses down evenly around the edges, seating the glass securely into the wooden frame until it sits flush and smooth, creating a finished round hand mirror. He then turns to a second piece, a separate wooden ring, mounting it onto the lathe as well. As it spins, he applies a taut wire against the surface, and smoke rises as decorative black rings are burned cleanly into the wood, the same detailing technique used on the earlier reference piece. With the shaping and ring detailing complete, he moves on to coloring. Holding a pigment-soaked cloth against the spinning wood, he coats the frame in a rich reddish-brown tone, letting the rotation blend the color into a smooth, even, glossy finish. He follows this with a bright orange accent along the rim, buffing it in with his hand as the piece continues to spin. Once the coloring is complete, he carefully removes the finished piece from the lathe. In the closing shot, the craftsman holds up the completed mirror, a glossy orange and maroon wooden frame with a smooth reflective glass center, turning it toward the camera to show the finished shine. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this amazing display of traditional wood turning skill, like, share, and subscribe for more incredible woodworking videos.